Hello and welcome to episode number 25 of the All Things Sports Podcast. Before we start the episode, I just need to say that one, apologize for the 35-minute delay. We are waiting out severe weather that is in my area currently, and that is still over us, I believe. So show very well may end abruptly, and if that does happen, we will redo the show, I believe, Monday or Tuesday afternoon. But as I said, hello and welcome to episode number 25 of the All Things Sports Podcast. My name is Zach Bischoff, and I'm joined by
Danny Shanholm, sir.
Perfect. All right. Now, good evening. I hope that your day is going well, and we've done some more research for the afternoon podcast or evening podcast. All right. So, plan for today, we are going to run a little bit faster than I was intending due to the impending weather. As I look at the radar, well, Danny, you tell the folks what we are going to discuss today.
Sure, Zach. As Zach said, we got a little bit of weather going on. Should not stop us too much. We always want to push content out. But yeah, I mean, we are going to be recapping, I guess, the Premier League. So that's Premier League. There's always storylines. There's always everything like that going on. There's always good stuff going on. So excited to dive into it here, Zach.
All right, Premier League. All right. So, and hello to our one Twitch viewer out there. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to episode number 25. As Danny just mentioned, it's Premier League today. And we hope that the show stays on the air. All right. So first, I will start with, I will start with Manchester City and Liverpool because, Danny, I know you've been itching all afternoon to discuss this. So Liverpool lost to Manchester United 2-1. The scoring breakdown of that was Sancho at the 16th minute, Rashford at the 53rd minute, and finally Mohamed Salah at the 81st minute. Danny, your thoughts on that game and Liverpool's just general form to start the year?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest to our listeners. I did not watch the game. Zach did, right? So.
Yes. Oh, wait. It was on Peacock. I forgot.
Yeah.
Zach
is a Peacock subscriber. Yeah, I'm not. No, but I mean, I obviously, I know you're on the Liverpool train, Zach.
Come on, you Reds.
Who wouldn't be, right? Come on, you Reds, Zach. But I was talking to my dad on the way home, and I was like, it's time to panic if you're Liverpool. I mean, it is time to panic. I'm sorry, Zach, but I mean,
yes,
all across the Premier League,
hit the button.
These big guys are all these big teams, and these powerhouse teams are all dropping points all over the place, man. And I mean, I think, and this is a hot take, I really think that Eric Ten Hag, Man U's manager, was really playing for not his job. I mean, they're not going to fire him after 3 games, I think, but he was playing for the morale of the team. Like, I feel like if they lose that game, I think disarray happens on that Man U side. So, but I mean, credit to them. I mean, they obviously 4-0 to Brentford. I mean, to be able to come back from that, shows a lot of heart. You know what I mean, Zach? And it's like, but if you're Liverpool, man, like two ties and a loss. I mean, That's just not how you want to start it.
Yeah. It's not looking like I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Liverpool. Now, I did mention in my notes here early on that Liverpool early on in the game had produced more scoring chances. And I also have here that Liverpool's defense needs to tighten up. I believe I wrote that at the point it's already 1-0. And they were just really, loosey-goosey. And then, Liverpool just needs to tighten up, and that's what I've seen in all their games. I look back. Do I have notes from? I do not have my previous notes from Liverpool, but I think Liverpool just needs to tighten up generally. They have not. I mean, they I see your message now, Danny. They have not looked good. They do not look like a team that won the league 2 years ago.
Right, and I think too, Zach.
I think that go ahead. No, I'll go first.
No,
I
yeah,
think the
you go.
departure of
I was trying to I was going to ask you a question anyway. So
I think the departure of Sadio Mane is hurting Liverpool very much, and I think that has everything to do with their record currently: no wins, 2 draws, and 1 defeat. They currently sit, I believe it is 16th in the league now. That is far, far above the relegation line. And I don't think anybody should be talking about that at this point because
I don't know, Zach.
Okay, I'll remember that one. I'll have to go back in the tape and record this so I can use it against you in future podcasts. All right, moving on to the next game here. We will do Leeds and Chelsea. So Leeds and Chelsea, early opportunity for Raheem Sterling in the first minute. Leeds in that game had opportunities, and they weren't capitalizing on them. The reason I'm looking this way is because my notes are on my laptop and I cannot look at them.
But they really picked it up. They really picked it up that second half. I mean, they won 3-0. Like I mean, and I think, I really think the reason why, and this seems to be a theme, Zach, because I remember I touched on this, and we discussed this on the previous podcast. But what Leeds were doing was they were pressing Chelsea super high, and they were making it difficult for them to play out of back. I mean, that's how Brandon Harrison, the United States international, scored the first goal. I mean, he just took it off of Chelsea's goalkeeper and scored. I mean, and I think that's just evident of the Leeds style of football. That they want to play. I mean, they want to be on you. They know they don't have you know how Man City it's super good at possession, and that's their identity. Well, Leeds' identity is just hustle into everything and everything like that. But I mean, Chelsea. I mean, they are kind of in a tough spot. I really think, Zach, because I mean, they played Tottenham super tough for especially those first everything kind of fell apart if I remember correctly in those last 10 minutes for them. But because the whole thing with the two managers getting tangled up with Tottenham and that was something.
And the manager, I believe, Chelsea got, I believe, was a 1-match ban, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right. And then the Tottenham guy got fined, I believe, which I thought, and when I saw that, I think you got to do, and I know we're going I know it's already happened, but I think you gotta there's got to be some uniformity here because they both basically did the same thing from my point of view.
Yeah.
Did Jack just leave? He might have just
no.
Carry on with.
I'm still here.
Sorry.
I soloed you on the screen.
Oh, thank you, Zach. That really gets the full screen effect going here. No, but I guess to pick up on that Chelsea thing, man. I mean, I've seen that they're very interested in Aubameyang, who was at Arsenal, who's now at Barcelona. I think they made a formal offer. If I'm
He's at Barcelona. I didn't know he was at Barcelona now.
Yeah. He's had some issues with. I mean, he had issues with Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal was not doing very well when he was captain. So I think that's what kind of sparked the move. But I was talking to my dad, and it's I was asking do you know how Aubameyang is doing at Barcelona? He's like, well, if they're looking to sell him, they're probably not that great. But yeah, I mean they and then another thing that Chelsea's got to deal with is Conte is down again. Their box-to-box midfielder, so he's a very, very important piece for them. So that's not very helpful when they're trying to navigate. I mean, they haven't had a great start, obviously. Another thing too, and I curious to hear your thoughts about this. So you know that obviously Pulisic has been on Chelsea for a while now. He's still at
Yes.
Chelsea, but he has not been playing, not getting minutes. He's been struggling to get minutes, Zach.
Yeah,
And
it's interesting because he was at, I believe it was Dortmund in the German league. He's actually originally from, I believe, is it Hershey, PA?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's a local boy, so semi-local because we're on the western side of the state, and he's from the eastern side, the way eastern side, out towards Philadelphia, New Jersey there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting that he has not been getting any minutes.
And with the World Cup coming up, I mean, he wants minutes. We obviously, United States fans know. I mean, Aronson and Tyler Adams for Leeds. I was watching that game, and there's two American guys that are playing in the Premier League, but Pulisic's really the guy, right? And it's been the guy for a while. So I think he's gonna be more interested in a transfer, as they call it, or a trade in the coming months here, because he wants to get ready for the World Cup. You know what I mean?
Yep. And let's just continue on with my notes here. The scoring breakdown: Rodrigo in the first goal, 32nd minute. Rodrigo again in the 36th. And Harrison scored the third goal for Leeds. I also have here that Chelsea Corabelli is suspended one game due to yellow card accumulation. He got a red card in the 85th minute, so he will be suspended for their game against, I believe it is Leicester. So again, any final thoughts on Leeds and Chelsea before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think and I know I brought this up earlier, but I want to kind of, I guess but all the big guys are dropping points here, Zach, and I think that just speaks to the. I mean, we all thought it was either Man City, who's looking good, although they tied Newcastle. I'm sure we'll get into that, but and we always thought.
I don't have notes on Newcastle, so we can.
That. What you say?
I couldn't watch all the games because I think all the games were like 10 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
so I couldn't really flip between all of them.
Yeah, no worries. But I just think, I just think that the guys that are like every Premier League team, and this is how it should be in the Premier League team or in the Premier League, is super hungry, to beat the big guys. I mean, they're gonna if Nottingham Forest, I'm gonna give a little up to your sleeper team, Zach. If Nottingham Forest,
yes, I have notes on them.
Good.
That'll be our next one.
All right, buddy.
I have two more.
All right, bud. Yeah. No, but like they're the teams that are not as respected or want to make a name for themselves, they're gonna give these big guys their best shot, and it's been working as of late,
Yeah. All right. So since I have them up, we will talk now about Everton and Nottingham Forest. I don't have many notes on this game, but I know it did end in a 1-1 draw with the scoring breakdown as follows. I believe it is Johnson for Everton. I believe I did not note that. I think Nottingham scored the last one, so it was Johnson in the 81st minute and Gray in the 88th for a 1-1 draw. The two notes I have here is Everton looked like a better team, and they were playing good defense throughout.
So you're willing to admit, unlike last week, that Nottingham Forest got outplayed. I'm seeing a trend here, Zach. I'm seeing a trend that Nottingham Forest is getting results, but they're not necessarily the better team.
Right.
I mean, my opinion, right? Only my opinion, not Zach. He made that very clear on this very podcast last week. My opinion was that West Ham outplayed Nottingham Forest. Zach does not agree with that, but he is conceding that Everton played better than Nottingham Forest. So that's a monumental development for you, Zach.
Yeah. Yes. All right. I'll use that one against you too. Yeah. I'm looking at my Nottingham Forest versus West Ham notes here. Let's see. First bullet point: Forest has been a better team early. Second, lots of mistakes for West Ham. Third, end-to-end action. Yes. Lots of chances for Forest off of turnovers. Need to capitalize. Strong counterattack by Forest. Strong box defense by Forest. Great first half by Forest. Better start for West Ham in second half. Big save for Forest on a penalty. Forest still producing a lot of chances. And lastly, Forest deserves to win this one. Forest deserves to win this one. Great game by them.
Okay.
Virtual mic drop.
I can get that. Okay. I can understand that. But what Jack forgot to mention, and I don't want to, I mean, we're not going to, like, this already happened. I already had, I'm trying to settle my feelings down a little bit.
And also, I do need to mention, any arguments are completely fictitious. These do not reflect our personal feelings to one another, and this is all in good fun. Please proceed.
Yes, very good. Always thinking, Jack. I like it, but no, but yeah, no. What Jack forgot to mention there, and I know this was, again, I keep noting it was last week, right? We're moving on. But what Jack forgot to mention was that West Ham had 2 goals that were inches. West Ham had 2 shots that were inches away from going into the back of the net. They hit 2
right, but they didn't. But they didn't, right?
You are correct. But I'm saying that it seemed more like a fairy tale than an actual good performance from Forest. Virtual mic drop number 2 from Danny.
Okay, first of all right, all right. Okay, you're all right. You know what? All right. So let's see what else. What other game was I going to do over there? Did we do? West Ham versus Brighton. I don't think we didn't do that one, did we? I think my last game that I have, I think, is West Ham and Brighton this week. I think that's all that I have.
Yeah, and then I watched a little bit of the City Newcastle game, so I could touch on that if you like.
All right. Let's see West Ham first. All right. West Ham versus Brighton. My notes here. Brighton looks like the better team, obviously. Lots of turnovers for West Ham. West Ham, frankly, came out flat. They not produced many opportunities. West Ham was also conceding a lot of corners. They're Brighton, good defense by Brighton. The halftime score was West Ham 0, Brighton 1 at halftime. And there was an early set piece for West Ham in the first minute, I believe, of the second half. And then lots of chances in the box for West Ham. Nothing ever came of those opportunities. They did create more chances. And then it was 2-0 Brighton in the 66th minute, and that was what the full-time score was. Danny, your thoughts on this game, and then we can touch on Newcastle, and then we can wrap this up.
Yeah, no, I'm obviously I'm glad that was it Brighton that won 2-0?
Yep.
So that's not great, okay? Especially for the West Ham fellas. I thought they were going to rebound against their near victory against Nottingham Forest, but that was not the case.
Okay.
I've been impressed with Brighton, man. Because they beat Man U. Oh boy. Okay. They beat Man U. They beat Man U the first week by just pressing really high, and they've impressed me in the early going of the year here. So that's been good to see. I know we've talked about it like on this podcast, but like it's cool to see the smaller market teams, the guys that kind of have to really work on in terms of like inter club development and scouting. It's cool to see them have success against the big fellas in the English Premier League here. So yeah, it's been I've really enjoyed just the Premier League season as a whole. I've really enjoyed because it's just been it's been back and forth. It's been highly competitive. So that's how it always is. But I've enjoyed it for sure.
Excuse me. All right, and I'm not ready yet. Hang on. Got it. Gotta take a drink. So that will. All right. That will do it for tonight's episode of the All Things Sports Podcast. We thank you all for sticking with us. We are glad that nothing went wrong. So we will look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. And until then,
bye for now.